we 100% need to normalize breaking up with clients, and not breaking up in a bad way, but breaking up in an amicably way. I feel like most of us, if you're a coach or entrepreneur, you feel like you always have to keep clients on deck, or you have to keep, some sort of roster with clients, because if for some reason you decrease the amount of clients you have, it feels bad and it feels wrong, and I totally get it. But if you're in business to help people, if you're in business to transform people, wouldn't it make sense for you to do your job and then at the end of the cycle just have an amicable conversation with your client to see what's the best move for them moving forward? And I think a lot of coaches in the industry just don't speak about that often. And here's the thing that pisses me off. A lot of things that we're seeing right now is about, squeezing every single dollar from clients as much as possible, which I get it. If you're a horrible person, you want to just make sure your LTV is through the roof, your lifetime value of customer, your AOV, average order value, is through the roof, and I get it. There's always a financial component of running a business, obviously, all the time. Like, I want to make money, you want to make money if you're watching this, but at some point you have to understand that there's also there's three main things that I really want to talk about. Is you're promising your client a transformation of sorts, whether it's in fitness, finance, relationships, wealth, improvement of whatever it is, or in my case, I help coaches make money. So in my case, my promise to you is I'm going to help you transform your entire business so that you can become the business owner, the CEO that can take your business wherever you want it to take. And with my clients, it's usually always just 5 months. However, my clients like to stay with me for, on average, 10 to 11 months of working with me. Not because we don't get the thing done. I mean, you can just go to my Instagram and scroll through my highlights to see the thousands of screenshots and wins. But it's to a point that they understand to a certain extent the amount of evolution they want to have in their own personal life. Some people I've had in the past, some people just want to get to a certain point, and that's it. It's not limiting beliefs. It's not a self-imposed glass ceiling that forces them to stay stuck in what way. That's just how they want to live life. If you're a fitness coach and you're promising people, let's just say you're promising postpartum women on regaining their confidence, whatever bullshit you want to say, regaining their health, all that stuff, it usually takes on average for your client to get back on track to about 6 months. What I want to say is it's completely fine that by the end of those 6 months you break up with a client amicably. You gave them what they promised. And by no means I'm saying just be a very average coach. One of the things I tell everyone when I tell my clients is you want to make sure you always exceed the expectation. Naturally, if you exceed expectations, people want to stay with you and stick with you for longer. But that's not the goal. The goal is to exceed the expectations from the initial promise that you give people. Whether that is with delivery, whether that is with attention, support, or actually just you exceeded their expectations. Maybe they thought that the biggest change they could do is whatever, but you exceeded the expectations, you broke through beliefs, etc. Because as a good business owner, as a good coach, that it usually takes you in your container X amount of time to achieve said result, and you stick by that. You're a person that stays strong with the word, and you say, hey, to work with me, it usually takes 6 months to see good results. Then after that, we'll see. And I'd say all of this because this past week I had a client graduate from my coaching container, my mentorship, where I partner up with coaches and I help them build and scale their business. And that's okay. It was her decision. We worked together for 9 months. She crushed it. Last year, she didn't have a business on this. This year, we built the entire business from zero, and she's crushing it. She's about to hire her first employee to her company. She's going all over the US to do talks and everything. And guess what? That's totally fine. I mean, her words to me were incredible. And that's essentially why I'm doing all of this now. At the end of the day, looking past the financials, don't get me wrong, everyone wants to make fucking money, obviously, but ultimately it's your why. It's the reason why you're doing an impact. And if you are somebody that wants to always keep people in your mentorship, ultimately it feels like you're just holding back truly what you could have given them in the first 5 months, 6 months of your container, fitness, finance, whatever. What I'm saying is give everything, give it your all when you're servicing clients. Because if you tell them you're going to work with them for 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, work with them on that amount of time. Exceed the expectations, exceed the promise that you're giving them, and stay with them for that amount of time. At the end of the month, at the end of the container with you, let that be their decision. Be clear, be honest with people, and say, hey, throughout this couple of months of working with me, this is how far you've gotten, this is your results, this is what you got, how do you feel? Awesome. This is the plan that I built for us to work moving forward. Do you want to keep working with me or not? That's literally the conversation I have with my clients whenever we reach continuation, because I get them to where they want to be. I build the thing, and however much they want to scale is up to them. That's with me in my coaching container. But in other examples, in fitness and whatever, if their initial goal was to lose fat and you work with them in 6 months, then hey, 6 months. This is what's possible moving forward. Here's what's going to happen if you want. Normalize breaking up with your clients. Have the conversations and just lay it out like it is. Be honest. Because at the end of the day, if you also invest in a coaching program. Like, you wouldn't want to stick with them forever, because there are seasons in life, seasons in business, where you go through a mentorship, you learn ads, for example, you learn what you had to learn, you go through another mentorship, you learn content, you learn what you had to learn, and then you move on. You're not going to stay with a mentor for a decade. Why would you do the same thing with your clients? Or why would you expect your clients to behave in a way that you are not behaving, if that makes sense? So don't be a hypocrite. Run your program like an ethical business owner. Exceed the freaking expectations that you set with everyone. If your container is 5 months, exceed the expectations in 5 months, and let your work do the marketing. Let your results do the selling. Don't hold back. If you have a back-end offer that's 12 months, don't hold back on those 6 months in hopes of squeezing a little bit of dollars just so that somebody stays with you for 12 months. Don't be a dick. Don't be a hypocrite. You would hate if somebody does that to you. Again, just bringing all this back to earth, the whole reason I'm filming this video is because I think coaches are just afraid of letting clients go. Coaches are afraid of continuation conversations. When they know their client is about to finish their container, they have this fear in the back of their mind, is like, am I losing a client? I need to sell this person into continuation? But when you do things right, you should be happy that they're getting to the end. Because if you're a good coach, you're giving them the results that they paid you for. And that's exactly how I have my entire shit set up. And that's exactly what I teach my clients on how they should set up their entire thing. If your clients work with you for 3 months, go to war with them for 3 months, give it all. And you should be happy that by the end of that 3rd month, if your thing is 3 months, that you gave it so much that they got the results they paid you for and more. And they're more than happy to give you a testimonial. And if anything, it is better for you to finish what you started with your client, get the testimonial, get referrals, put that back into marketing, and let your results do the talking. Let your results do the marketing. And lastly, the last thing that's the most important thing is that if you're a coach, the worst thing you can do is create codependency in clients. The worst thing is holding back the information, holding back modules or information or help, because you want to create codependency so that your clients always come back to you for help. And that's such a dick move. That's just horrible. So if you're a good coach, your clients don't depend on you forever. If you're a good coach, you have a great program that guarantees results for the set time that you have it for. Obviously, there's some, all results are different, blah, 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 all this stuff. Like some people that want to lose fat, have hormonal things and whatever, I get it. But for the most part, don't make your clients depend on you for everything. Creating codependency, it's kind of a big move. And if you're a good coach, ideally people come to you, they get results, they give you referrals. If they like you, they stick with you. If you're a good coach, you create a continuation plan that builds on everything that you've built on together. But then after that, it's their decision if they want to keep working with you. I have clients who their goal was 25K a month. We hit 25K a month. And guess what? They came from another mentorship that failed them. And the reason why they churned that mentorship and came to me was because that mentorship held back, didn't give them results. They came to me, we reached 25K, we cracked the code on ads. And at the end of our working relationship together, he was like, dude, I'm happy. We hit the goal. I love it. I'm so happy right now with my business. I want to do this on my own. Perfect. I did my job and I loved it. And guess what? A week ago, he messaged me on Instagram. He's like, hey dude, finally for the first time ever in my business, I hit 30K. I couldn't have done this without you. And that's the kind of legacy, that's the kind of impact that you want to have on your client moving forward. So it's kind of like the message I want to just live on today for, I don't know how long, 11 minutes. That's all I have. Be a good coach. Like, actually be a good coach. Sharpen your edge. Study what you need to study. Do what you need to do. And don't create codependency on clients. And normalize just breaking up with your clients amicably. That's all I have. And if you feel like you want to indulge in more YouTube content, check this video out because I know you're going to like it. For now, I'll see you on the next one.